Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. Hi everyone, I am Michelle Kelly. Welcome to I Am the Change. It's Michelle Simon. I actually am trying to go back to my maiden name and get used to saying it, and I haven't. Not good at saying it yet. I tried to run from that person probably most of my life. So I started this in 2019 as my New Year's resolution, stating out loud that I was breaking up with fear, I was breaking up with shame, and I was breaking up with guilt, followed by a weekly video for an entire year. And I was talking about how fear, shame, and guilt wasn't breaking up with me, and that it's been a stalker and I have to break up with it every single day. It's still with me, not to the point that it used to be. It's definitely a lot better, but it's still there and I still have my moments. So it's not that I don't get afraid to do things. It's I can be afraid and do it anyway. So I've had other New Year's resolutions since then and have verbalized them, and they're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So please go back and check them out. I also, for this year, I am working on forgiveness of myself and others. And sounds so easy, and it really isn't. But I'm working on forgiving myself for things that, things I thought I should know and I didn't. One of the things that happened to me is I was drinking and doing drugs in high school, and I was on the corner smoking cigarettes in a uniform. I went to Catholic school. I would wear a turtleneck, and these Eastland shoes were out when I was in high school, and penny loafers. And then I'd be smoking weed and cigarettes and drinking. And I honestly believe that while I was doing all that stuff, that they were handing out all the tools for life. And I must have missed them because I was on the corner. So the older I get and the more in touch with myself that I get, and the longer I've been sober since I've been 18 years old. So I've been in a 12-step program for that. I'm also in 2 more 12-step programs. So I'm also, besides recovering alcoholic and addict, I am a recovering adult child from family of dysfunction. And I also am a recovering food addict. And food and sugar was my very first addiction. And it has been the last one that I've been able to go back and address. So as I've been in these 12-step programs, all these years I was thinking everybody else got the rule book. Everybody else had the tools. And I didn't. And turns out I have the tools and most people don't. And I didn't know that. I really thought everybody who wasn't up to no good was getting the rules and how to live life and how to do life. And I missed that part, and I must not be good at it. But I do have the tools, and I'm sharing them with you. Most people didn't have the tools or the rule book or how to do life. They were just very good at faking and pretending, which I was never good at. I was never good at faking and pretending. I don't have a high tolerance for pain. So I think as I sit here, I'm in so much physical pain. I've been sharing with you guys that I got diagnosed with CRPS, which is complex regional pain syndrome. And it came from my 4th neck surgery that I got last January. And I have every single symptom that I had before my 1st neck surgery and my 4th neck surgery put together. You guys, I can barely stand up. I've been in so much pain, and I'm so sick of telling people about it. I'm so sick of hearing myself say it. My son Angelo and his girlfriend Dana came home from Texas last Thursday night, but my ex-husband and I were going to go to lunch with Angelo and Dana on Friday, and I couldn't even go. Like, I couldn't even go to lunch. And that's like a fun event, you know, and I couldn't do it. That's how debilitating this has been for me. So I have type 2. So my nerves are inflamed constantly, and they have not been able to calm down. And I'm doing everything in my power that I can do to take care of myself, but it is such a process, and it is so much work and so time consuming, and I'm still not well. So how things look and how things are 2 different things. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about today, is things, how they look and how they feel, and how they're totally 2 different separate events. And my experience has been, the better people look, the worse it actually is. That has been my experience. It's almost like we're trying to cover up what's really going on. And I did that for a really long time too. And I'm not good at faking and pretending, like I told you guys. I can't do it anymore. I just can't. And so I am a lover, not a fighter. I am not an athlete. I don't have a competitive edge to me. That is something that has skipped me. I'd rather talk to you and hug you on the bench and cheer you on, but I'm not able to be competitive. I just don't have that in me. And how bad I've been, I couldn't go to lunch with my son. I got an ablation today, not an ablation. They're testing me to do another nerve block to see if they can put my nerves to sleep for a little bit so I can have less pain. So I was able to do that today. But I'm still not well, and I'm learning that I have to reach out, and I have to get help, and I have to accept help. And one of the things that I was able to do is I had to hire somebody to clean my house, because I cannot do it. I physically cannot do it. And it was starting to get overwhelming, and I started feeling a lot of guilt and shame that I should be able to do this. And really, I can't handle it right now. I can't do it. And I'm learning it's okay to say I can't do certain things anymore, and that I need help with this. The other thing that's been going on is, I told you my dad had a heart attack, and he's still living, and he's being transferred from a hospital into like a rehab facility. So that is going to be something that's happening. And I know he's in a lot of pain from his back and his leg, and I know that kind of pain because I've lived with it. So I just think a lot of trauma was stored in my body, and it is just coming out, and I can't ignore it anymore. And it's just really hard for me to be like this, and it's really hard for me to tell you guys I'm like this. Like, I can't do things like I used to do. And I went to line dancing on Tuesday. I'm like, I'm gonna go. And I was able to do half of the class, and that was it. Like, I couldn't do it. I had to leave. And even the things that are fun, that bring me joy, I can't do right now. And That's how you know I'm not well. Like, I can't even force myself to do things. So a lot of times when I talk about how I feel and what's going on, I feel like I'm being negative and I'm complaining. But it's really, I'm just telling you my truth of where I am and what's going on. And it's my truth. And this is where I am. And I'm still able to go to my meetings on Zoom, which is awesome. So I get help with my attitude. So I don't go into the darkness and the dark side, which I can go negative really quick. I have to be reminded, Michelle, you have tools. Michelle, this is going to pass. Michelle, this isn't going to last forever. And everything passes. And that I truly know. And how things look and how things are usually opposite. And I don't want to live opposite anymore. I want to live in my truth. I want my outsides to match my insides. And it's funny because I always had beautiful insides and I didn't let you see my outsides. I drove a car that didn't match my outside. I lived in a house that didn't match my outside. And now, like, my outsides are matching my insides, which is really cool. I'm not pretending to be something I'm not anymore, which is a huge gift. And allowing you to see me like this is even bigger. I'm not afraid to let people see who I am and where I am. And that is the greatest gift that I've gotten and that I want to reflect to all of you. So this is your sign signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned, stay safe, and I will see you all next week.